Hey what's up guys, it's your Dadscap. Welcome to Market Pulse, your weekly deep dive into the CS2 economy. Today's peak clear count is down 2.3% from the 7-day peak average, showing a downtrend in the number of players now that the major is coming to an end. The market cap has slowed down significantly, almost grinding to a halt, and is only up by 0.35% this week. Meanwhile, the 3-1 index has also basically stalled, only growing by 0.78%. As for the low tier index, it's basically remained flat with only 0.08% growth. The mid-tier index, on the other hand, is officially down by 1.18% this week, and if we take a look at the high-tier index, it's even worse, with a decline of 1.55%. This indicates that the most recent rally has indeed overvalued some of the more high-tiered items. As for the knives and gloves index, we can see that knives are following the market and the more liquid index, but gloves had a very bad week with a decline in value of just over 4%. For the extra cosmetics, it's pretty much flipped compared to last week. Both are remaining flat, but this week, agents are down while charms are a little bit up. And finally, for the cases index, well, it's the same story. Barely, if any, growth to show this week. The market poll this week is definitely turning bearish. We may be on the cusp of a market downtrend, so if you want to secure some profit, now is the time to do so. But if you're a real Giga Chad, you'll just hold steady, watch your gains melt, and go to sleep under a bridge. Welcome to Case Crackdown, where we break down the happenings in the case market over the past week. And this week, just over 7.7 million cases were opened, a significant decrease of over 1 million cases since last week's, of which just under 50% were active cases, 35% were purchasable, and the rare and discontinued cases made up the remaining 15%. The number one purchasable case was once again the fever case, with just under 2 million of them getting opened. This is an increase in its weekly average of just under 5%, but an increase of just over 7% compared to last week. The number one active case was the Dreams and Nightmares case, with just under 1 million of them getting opened. That's an increase in its weekly average of just under 2%, but quite the massive decline of 38% compared to last week. The number one rare case was the Snakebite case, with just over 150k getting opened, which is a decrease in its weekly average of 8%, but an increase of just under 10% compared to last week. The most liquid case was the okay, well, it was the Kilowatt case this week, damn. I guess the fracture case is not the goal after all. The Kilowatt case has 375,000 market listings and is showing a decrease of 15% in its unboxings number. Damn, I'm already missed the GOAT.
3, 2, 1.
The case with the most potential was the CSGO Weapon Case 3. It has been showing an accelerating price trend over the past month, almost reaching 8% this week. The crash out of the week was the Operation Riptide case with a decline in its price of 7% since last week, which is equal to a loss of $1.25 per cases. And as for Dadscap's pick of the week, I've decided to go with the Clutch case, and I just wanted to switch it up from the Snakebite case, but the idea behind it isn't much different from usual. With the crazy prices people are willing to pay for gloves from the Hydra and glove cases, I think if you're willing to hold, any case that has gloves is a pretty good long-term investment. If you're enjoying the recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that nasty-ass bell in the face to stay informed of the weekly happenings of the CS2 market. Welcome to Winners and Losers, starting off with the cases winners as always, which shows at the very top the CSGO Weapon Case 3 of course. This is followed by the Clutch case and in the third position the Recoil case. It's pretty surprising to see an active case in the winners of the week. Is it due to the glove? I don't know, but it's interesting to see. And as for the biggest losers, well, it's all the cases like the Winter Offensive case and the Gamma case, but especially the Riptide case that are struggling this week. This is highly due to the fact that the market has overpriced them and they were in need of a correction. Moving on to the play skins winners, and we can see this week has been huge for very colorful skins. For example, the AK-47 Neon Revolution hit a 20% increase in price, followed by the AK-47 Frontside Misty hitting at 18%, and the M4A1S Hyper Beast, an OG of the game, with a nice 15% bump. Damn! And as for the biggest losers, well, the upprint stream is doomed to continue its downward spiral for the foreseeable future, but other than that, there's nothing really to see here. On to the nice winners, and as you can see, ugly ass knives have cooked this week. God damn, what the hell? Honestly, I don't think this is a good sign. When these kinds of knives are the biggest winners of the week, I think it's more indicative of the market becoming more volatile and more likely to enter a downtrend, rather than an actual increase in demand for like a Bowie knife ultraviolet, come on. And as for the biggest losers, well, this seems to confirm the same thesis as for the winners. The market is becoming a little bit more volatile, and so any increase or decrease in demand is likely amplified. I really doubt that the classic knife is very much in demand, and so its intrinsic lack of demand made the drop this week more dramatic. However, though, I must say that it is surprising to see the Huntsman Doppler sitting at the bottom. And finally, for the gloves winners, we can see like gloves from the Clutch and Revolution cases, for example the Specialist gloves, Crimson Web and the Moto Gloves Turtle, as well as gloves from the Hydra cases and glove cases, like the Hand Wraps Badlands, have done very well this week, most of them reaching over 10%. And the same pattern can be observed for the losers. We can see drop from the Hydra and glove cases like the Moto Gloves Eclipse and the Specialist gloves Emerald Web, as well as the Sport gloves Amphibious from the Clutch and Revolution cases, also losing value. Welcome to ROI Radar, where we're looking for a money printer hidden in the armory or the in-game store, starting off with the Hello capsule with an odds profit of 26%, an unboxing ROI of 85%, and an expected value of 85 cents, so a 15 cents loss. The best item is the Incineration Holo at $4.53. Next up is the Feral Predators capsule with an odds profit of 19%, an unboxing ROI of 86%, and an expected value of 85 cents, or 15 cents loss. The best item is the Toxic Foil at $5.86. And finally, the best capsule in the in-game store is the Perfect Roll Sticker Capsule 1 with an odds profit of 39%, an unboxing ROI of 91%, and an expected value of 90 cents, or a 10 cents loss. The best item is the Fancy Koi Foil at $7.16. Now let's take a look at the armory, and the third best collection is the Sport and Field collection with an odds profit of 5%, an unboxing ROI of 93%, and an expected value of $1.49, so an 11 cents loss. The best item is the Infra One is Fade at $581. Next are the Missing Link charms with an odds profit of 15%, an unboxing ROI of 101%, and an expected value of $1.22, so a 2 cents gain. The best item is the Hot Howl at $56.59. And finally, the best collection in the armory is the Elemental Craft sticker collection with an odds profit of 20%, an unboxing ROI of 105%, and an expected value of 42 cents, so a 2 cents gain. The best item is the Ruby Wave at $9.89. Thank you for watching, I'll see you guys in a few days. Peace!